Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Board of Selectmen's meeting dated 11/4/25. The time is 6:04. Everybody is present. Could we please open the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Do we have any citizens' input? There being none, we're going to move on to administration and the fire chief's monthly update, please.
Good evening, Board.
Evening, Chief.
Chief?
I'm just going to summarize the 3 months.
Yep.
The Board, just hit the highlights, and if the Board wants any follow-up, just let me know. For August, there was 52 calls. One of the main calls was that we had mutual aid come in for a structure fire on Quaker Lane. The rest were just EMS coming into the station, well, into the town, and Newton EMS going out to mutual aid partners. In September, there was 43 calls. Same thing, mutual aid coming in, mutual aid going out. One of the highlights were on the 30th, the fire department hosted the first responder autism training that was attended by Newton Fire, Newton Police, Merrimack Fire, Kingston Fire, East Kingston Fire, and Plastow Fire. We try to host that once a year. For October, your numbers are a little different. When I ran it and sent it to the board and to the town administrator, it actually added November's first calls. So the numbers are a little less than what you have. There were actually 55 calls for October. Some of the highlights, August 6th, I'm sorry, October 6th, I got two things up here. On October 6th, we had mutual aid from Kingston, East Kingston, and the sheriff's office to assist with a heavy smell of smoke reported at the Bush Farm. On the 9th, we had a first alarm structure fire on South Main Street. On the 18th, the crews assisted with the trunk or treat. On the 22nd, the department hosted the area chief's morning meeting. Also, Captain Kane has completed his National Recognition Pro Board Fire Inspector 1 training. And Lieutenant Merrill and Lieutenant Casey both completed the nationally recognized Pro Board Fire Instructor training.
Very good.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Chief.
Congratulate them for us.
Yes.
Absolutely. Any questions?
No, thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Chief, on the, do you have a PO?
Yeah, you
have
have
a
2
PO?
POs for one.
Here.
Thank you.
Yep. So the PO you have, we forgot to do it a few weeks ago, so we have to put it so that the grant is on the minutes for the grant.
Gotcha.
So you guys had looked at that, but we forgot to put it on the,
So with that said, I move to authorize,
Go ahead, chief.
The board, as
that's all that PO is.
Yeah.
yeah, as the TO brought up, this is part of the AFG grant that the town was awarded.
And it's for,
EMS equipment, mostly a glide scope, which is a visual instrument for when the medics intubate individuals.
okay. I just wanted the public to know what it was for. Thank
Not a
you.
problem.
so
Go
with
ahead,
that said, I
John.
move to authorize payment for PO number 2025002 in the amount of $3,940 for the purchase of medical equipment made payable to Veritron funds to come from 2023 fire grant.
Second.
Motion by Joe, seconded by Joe. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That would be unanimous. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you, board.
Next is the town administrator update about an assessor abatement for map 1-4-1.
I just had it in front of my computer. So this resident, Mr. Pramberg, his property is located both on the Kingston-Newton line. And so he had a portion of his property, he's been paying taxes on it, paying it from Newton and to Kingston. So he's asking for an abatement from 2015 through 2024 for that portion of land that he was double paying on. Our assessor did check with Kingston. It was actually paid for in Kingston as well. So, and it is a Kingston, that part is Kingston. It's not Newton. So the abatement would be for $7,868.99 plus interest once the approval to grant it is done, then the interest can be calculated.
And then interest will be added on top of that
Yes.
figure. And that interest, so the town people know, is per RSA. When something like that happens, it's required that interest has to be paid
Correct.
on said amount
Yep.
that is granted.
Is there a limit on look back?
This, I believe this is, I don't know if there's a limit. I know that the assessor's been working diligently on this little project of hers she got. And these are the years that we were allowed to give back.
Good deal.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, we're saying it two different ways, but yes.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so it is in the RSA.
Yeah.
That I think if I did my math correctly, it's about 9 years worth of.
Yeah.
Okay. You should just make sure that that's accurate.
Yep.
So I move to approve the abatement application for tax map 1-4-1 as recommended by the town assessor.
Second.
For discussion, Joe, can you amend that to if the look back period does go back a full 9 years? Or
Amended.
back, I'm sorry, 15, did you say?
15 to 24, so 10 years.
2015 to 2024.
So
Yeah.
if the look back period goes back to 2015.
So I'd like to add that amendment in.
My second still stands.
Okay.
So motion was made by Joe, seconded by Joe, and both were fine with the amendment to the motion made for the approval of the abatement.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you, Mike.
I'll look it up tomorrow and I'll talk to Chris tomorrow.
Yep.
All right, cool.
My other stuff?
Keep going, you're on a roll.
I finished uploading everything for the audit. The audit starts on Monday. The auditor will be here Monday and Wednesday. I keep forgetting the day. So hopefully, she's gotten everything, because we've been talking back and forth, everything she's asked that I could upload. So hopefully that'll go smoothly. And budgets are getting done. I met with a few departments already, because this year I asked to meet with them before we hand it to all of you, so that we can give you guys a full package. So I have a few departments left to meet with. I'm meeting with police Thursday, and all of Trish's little projects next week. So we're starting meetings in it would be a week and a half, 2 weeks. So from today, for the departments to present to you guys.
Yeah, and we just have the couple that we'll end up having to work through ourselves, because we don't have the department heads.
I'll have that, yep, I'll have those all done. I'm working on those. Some of them are already mostly completed, but that will all be on one day, all the ones that
All right,
And one thing I just want everyone to keep in mind is that we were at default. So yes, some of the budgets this year will look like they're 50% higher or 40% higher, but they're 40% higher from the default budget, not what is really needed and what was asked for the year before. Does that make sense?
Right, so, and
Yeah, what their proposal for this year is compared to when we look at the 2025 that got approved, that's the default budget, but they really may have asked for,
What they got versus what they're asking.
right,
right,
When it comes to presentations, I hope we all want, I'm not gonna speak for the rest of the board, but I would like to see the actuals, meaning if you budgeted $10,000 at a line item, that line item and what was put against that line item is really what was supposed to be put against it,
Yes.
so that if it's negative, we can see where the negatives are. If we have positives,
oh yeah, no, actuals will be on there. I'm talking about the budgeted,
now we're finding that
yeah,
things got moved around so that made it in, like,
Yeah.
I don't care where the negatives are. We need to be transparent to the
Yes.
public. But number two is, one of the biggest things that we didn't get in that budget was for the fire chief and in the staffing that he needs.
Yep.
And stuff. They need to see where that red's coming from. Because
Exactly.
that's life and death we're talking about.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, what I was trying to say is, last year, all the departments the town came up with a budget. The vote didn't pass, so it went to default. So now when you see the requested amounts for 2026,
They're gonna be.
they're being compared to the default budget, which skews things because, I'm gonna use fire as an example. It could be 40% higher than what the default budget is, but really it's not 40% higher if it was a normal
So
year.
when we put out the selectmen guide on these, we're gonna have to explain that really well.
Yes.
Because I don't know if anybody's looked at prices.
so I
for
think what
cars
it is,
going up. We're gonna have to show that it's 25 here. This is what was asked, but it's back to the 2024. And guess what? The economy, and with all the tariffs and everything else going on, we're facing it in business as well, trying to make decisions here too.
I think on the final report, I was thinking about it today, I might add a column with what the ask was.
Yep.
right. And so in layman's terms, what we're all saying is, we're looking at 2 years' worth of growth.
Right.
Like you're talking about, you and Michael, with the cost of inflation and all that, because things didn't get approved. We're talking about increases in salaries for people, because we've been fortunate enough, we've finally been getting a lot of these positions filled that have been vacant, so we need to start paying for that. And then, of course, the cost of healthcare is going up, so that's another big thing that we pay as one of the benefits for our employees. So these are some of the items that I'm sure Paula is pointing to that you're gonna see a 40% increase in.
And since you're here, chief, especially in what you run for equipment, right, steel, right, that's kind of sky high right now as prices. Do you have any idea impact on repairs and things like that that's gonna have for next year? I don't mean to put you on the spot. If you don't, you can come back to us.
No, because we've changed vendors.
Okay.
We're trying to find,
Just so the public hears what your efforts. Sorry to put you on the spot, but as I
no
think about
worries.
it.
The department used to use a vendor, unfortunately, many years ago, the vendor ended up passing away, so we've been using the vendor that we purchased the trucks from. There is a new vendor that just moved into town that surrounding departments are using.
Okay,
We have used them once already. His prices are a lot lower than having the dealership come up here.
okay.
For 26, he does, his hourly rate, at this time, he does not know. But if I had to guess, it's gonna be a lot less than
A
dealer
dealership.
coming up. 'Cause we're paying for the
The
dealer's
drive time and
travel
all- yeah,
time
yeah.
to come up.
Okay, so you thought, okay, I appreciate
Yep.
that.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to hijack. Sorry, Bob.
Oh, yeah, and then I'm sure they also, like a lot of companies, there's also the cost of any repair trucks that they ship up here too. So, all right,
The next thing I've had Ronnie working on is we need to update all our vendors because when 1099s are being done last year, I can't even tell you how many I got returned because addresses were wrong. And so she is sending out, we sent out a letter. Did you give them all a copy of this?
I didn't give
Okay.
them a copy of it.
A letter just saying we're updating our records. Please, we attached a form with some questions and to attach a W-9 and a certificate of insurance if necessary, because not all vendors need that. So we'll see. And I wanted to get it in now so that when it's time for 1099s in January, our records will be updated. Plus, there were a ton of vendors that were in there as active, that it will help us internally. That's it.
very good. Well, thank you for all
We've
your
been
hard
busy.
work.
The next few things are mine too, so I guess I'll just keep talking. So we got an email, I don't know, a month ago,
Yeah.
that the website, Civic Plus is the people that do our website. They do most of the municipalities, I believe. So their provider it was costing too much money because it was free for us in most towns. And for them, it was costing them too much money. Their fees were going up. So it wasn't making sense for them to have us pay the difference because it would be more. So what they did was they ended up creating their own kind of system. And so now, and it's going to start as soon as we get this approved. They will redo our website, and they gave us 5 options. Templates.
Yeah,
And then he gave us some live ones, some other towns. We asked him, I said, okay, I like this one, I like the way this looks, I like the way this looks, can you give us live ones of those? And he did. I can't remember, we picked option number 3, and I could send you guys the template to show you what it looks like. It's pretty similar to what we have, but the cost will be $4,275.63 annually. That's starting 2026.
Yep.
For the rest of this year, it's $2,477.22 because they have to start it up and it's the rest of
Right.
the year. And this is something we have to do, otherwise we won't have a website. It's going away.
Yep.
So that's the quote for this.
So they're doing their own, they're doing their own engines in the background
Yes,
to start their own company?
yes.
Okay, perfect. So, my question, because transactional fees are expensive when you go through the traditional, are they thinking of building in a bill pay type of engine in there that can actually compete and be less costly in fees to the town, town residents and the town?
I believe from conversations with him, and I will double check, that they will just put links to whatever we already have. So, I
Okay.
don't know who,
Well,
Like if we went on-
you have the DMV one,
yeah, so there'll be links
and
there.
then you have one that's
And people will
specific
just pay, it'll
for
be
paying
the same.
taxes, I guess, it's different programs that they're links to. So like,
Yeah,
Depends on the program, what the cost is.
right,
every town in New Hampshire that accepts taxes online uses the same company.
Yeah, no, I know.
And they just drop a
I just
link.
didn't know if we could, I'm just,
you mean for credit card fees and stuff like
yes,
that?
because that's what I'm hearing, like, it'd be,
Yeah.
like, they could come in, a lot of our town, you have an elderly population that probably wants to come in, and then you have a lot of commuters,
Right,
right? So they're not getting back in time, but they could do it, because, you know, they're
Yeah.
at work, but they could do it at work, or 8 o'clock at night when we're not open. So I'm just trying to, as I'm hearing these things, I'm wondering if there's a way to lower fees to make it easier for them.
So what's coming down the line is gonna be, there's not gonna be a fee on debit.
Yeah, that's not true.
No.
There's not gonna be a fee, because you're gonna have to absorb it in your own checking account, or,
No.
is that gonna go away?
Yeah, there's not, so now, because I only know this from my own experience with
Because you
this.
have a POS system, right?
Yeah, so there's like a 25-cent fee on debit to 50 cents. That's the fee versus 3, 5, 8%.
Right.
On your, depending on how many rewards your credit card has that you use, right? But the state hasn't figured their crap out to do it, so debit is no fee on that end. Do you know what I mean? So even when you come into town hall and you use your card, you still have to pay a fee.
No, I know. Everything's
Yeah.
a fee. I'm just trying to find a convenient way and then to lower our fees altogether to the residents.
So the only way to lower the fees is to find a different credit card processing company.
Okay.
Right, and we use Heartland right now, I
Right.
think.
Yeah, because that's, and I believe that is connected to the town
Yes,
clerk,
it
like
is.
their avatar and their clerk works, and that's just,
So can we bring them in to have a conversation and say lower your fees?
we can try.
Or we'll start
You
looking?
can give it a shot.
Yeah, we can
I don't
try.
know if we'll get anywhere, but we'll give it a shot. Doesn't hurt to ask.
As far as making it simple too, people get emailed when it's time to redo their registrations
Yeah,
and stuff
so
like that,
the
so.
website's just gonna, it's actually gonna be cleaner than what we have now, which,
Yeah, I know, but if we try to drive to the website and
Right.
drive
And
electronics,
that'll be
we gotta
what
bring
we'll-
fees down to help.
Yeah.
So that we're not hiring additional bodies downstairs and freeing up some of their time to get stuff done backlog.
Yeah.
That's all.
yeah,
All right, didn't mean to take us into that rabbit hole.
no, so the contract just needs to be approved so
I
that,
can move to authorize the town administrator to sign the Civic Plus annual contract on behalf of the town.
Second.
Motion by the other Joe, seconded by the other Joe. All in favor? Aye. That would be unanimous.
May I just have a quick question. Oh, bless you.
sorry,
Again,
okay,
3 times and you're out, okay.
usually.
Are they gonna do training for the different pages? I maintain 4 different ones.
Yes, we're gonna
Okay.
have, once this gets put in,
Yep.
they're obviously doing so many towns at once, because
Okay.
it's like everybody.
Okay,
But we have 5 spots?
4.
We have 3 spots, but he said, like 3, I'm gonna say Zoom.
Okay,
You know,
sure.
but as many people as we want could be on those.
Oh, that's awesome. My
So-
big concern, not so much, 3 of them are okay, but my emergency management one, which I was gonna talk about tonight, because now's the time when people register on my page for the weather alerts. So as long as we can make it, I can have some training to make sure I don't have a lag.
Yeah. No,
Okay,
Anybody that runs that department's website will
Yep.
be on the training.
oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks.
The next one is our IT contract. So we've been trying to just figure out what our best options are, going forward. This is for that. So I've been shopping around. We currently are paying, this is just for general IT, monthly service, daily service, plus our Microsoft Office, no special projects or anything like that. So we're currently paying like
It's hard to put a number on, I bet.
76,000 for regular. And if we went with the new company, it would be 84,000 minus 3,500. 3,500 is the one-time initiation, like get us all, and then we'll never have that again type thing. for the regular day-to-day, the calls and all that, it would go from 52,000 a year to 63,000 a year. So it's about a $10,000 difference, which is an $888 difference a month. We wouldn't be, this is like for every single call, we wouldn't be charged extra. For new computer setups, we wouldn't be charged fees. I don't even know, like
Are we paying
everything.
fees now?
When they
set
set
up a new
up,
computer?
yes. So let's say the computer is $1,200, then they're charging us a fee for setup,
And they're not covering that?
right? So we wouldn't have to pay that.
Level of service too.
The Microsoft Office right now, for all of our, it's like 32 plus accounts for Microsoft, and Office 365, email, we're paying almost 17,000 a year. I haven't gotten that from the new company yet, but it'll be,
That's not gonna change much.
it won't
because
change that much.
of Microsoft.
Because this says that this agreement doesn't include.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
So we're currently paying that, but I truly believe in the current, there's duplicates, stuff that just was never taken off. So, they won't know that until they get in here and they see if there are duplicates, what can we get rid of, all that stuff, so.
Right.
Isn't the PD already using them?
Yes.
PD is already using them, they've been very happy. And this fee, the PD fee will go away because this fee includes them,
All right.
okay? Because we're gonna combine everything.
Yep, I had to follow the dots, I got it now.
Yep,
We're not doing the library?
The library doesn't use
the
them.
library doesn't use,
I
they
didn't know
do
if they
their
had
own.
town computers.
Just
or
so
not.
everybody else is aware out in TV land that we've been having a lot of issues. We've had the company that's in place now for some time. We've been getting a lot of complaints from the different department heads and departments about what's been going on. We ourselves have had multiple issues with our laptops and all of that. So Paula was experienced with this company from the other town.
Yep,
And then, as well as, you just heard our PD's using it. They're
Rockingham
well-run,
County.
well-maintained,
Rockingham County is
Yep.
using them.
so,
They put us, they said if they have us at the top of their list.
So
Right now, they're working with Rockingham County, so like, we're gonna have to wait a month or so because they're literally doing everything in this new building. But,
transition
we're
be
at the
seamless?
top of the list for the next transition.
Will it be seamless going from Armand to them?
It
Hopefully
should be, yeah, I believe the PD was seamless.
so
So-
this transition will enable all the departments to operate and run a lot smoother, communications to be able to not be held up or miscommunicated.
So
And
it's
that
all
will-
the computers in this building, fire, and PD.
Right, and we'll be able to access what we need when we require to call upon it.
And they have the transfer station listed too.
Oh, and the transfer, I forgot about the transfer station.
Speaking
One
of
highway.
IT, will they be able to do the redundant system at the fire station we talked about?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Well, so the redundant system is not through the IT.
Well, you have to get
It's a
another
little
ISP
connected,
and
but
then,
it would be, I'm just gonna use two different it would be Xfinity and Consolidated, would be the two phone companies or internet providers, and then, the IT company will have access to everything, yeah.
I forgot to ask you about the town website. That will be seamless too, or are we gonna have downtime on the website?
No downtime.
Okay.
No downtime.
Not for this, but for when you change Civic Plus changes the website, is it gonna?
No,
nothing?
no downtime. They do everything, the setup in the background, and then once it's gonna go live, they do it kind of at night,
But they parallel it first and then go, yeah, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And they give like a sample, like one we can play with, before it's actually live. It's a reel, but
They put you in the sandbox.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, when I was on the state website, it was called their Playbox, or Playtime or something. Do we need a motion for this to get this going, or you're all set?
I think this is just, yeah, we do, so that I could just keep going with them if you wanted to switch and,
Yeah, you need a motion to sign the contract.
yeah.
It's not.
Authorize the
This is
town
not actual
administrator.
contract, but it will be the exact same thing. They just.
So I'll move to
Get in the
authorize
queue.
the town administrator to sign a contract with Block 5 for a 3-year contract on behalf of the town.
Second.
Discussion. If it's a 3-year contract, are there price increases built into the outer years?
We will have, an escape clause put in. I
Yep,
have wording for
Yeah.
that, so that if the budget doesn't pass, we will do whatever we can to stay with whatever prices.
That's right.
Honestly, the prices don't change that much each
Okay.
year with them.
no, I forgot about it,
Yeah.
that's fine, I just want to make sure.
And in the
Yeah.
actual contract, I'll make sure that escape clause is in there. So that if we had to cancel because we couldn't pay them anymore or something, we're not,
I think because we're a town entity, we have an automatic escape anyway, so, yeah, now that I'm thinking about it. Good.
Good.
Did you second it?
Second.
Motion by Joe, seconded by Joe. All in favor? Aye. So you've got the realm on that.
right?
Does our contract with Armon end this year?
Yes. That's why she's been doing her due diligence to get this addressed and taken care of immediately.
Okay.
Trish, would you please entertain us?
Should I start with the dance? Let me, no, okay. So just a couple of quick things. One is actually conservation. I've been contacted by Southeast Land Trust every year. That's the parcel of land, we've got 6 acres behind Hidden Acres. We all know it as the Gascora property, and it's conservation land. We walk it every year, and you might remember last year me talking about an abutter had moved markers. We had to go back out, I had to have it surveyed, or we had to have it surveyed. So we're going back out again, we're doing that November 18th, if anyone feels like they want to come, and the time is 10 o'clock, and we meet at Hidden Acres. At the same time, we're going to have our annual Hidden Acres meeting, and that's with LCHIP. So we've got Southeast Land Trust for one parcel, and LCHIP for the other parcel, which is Hidden Acres. We are required to have these site walks, and so we've got a committee. Joe, you're on it, but anyone is welcome. Obviously, all the selectmen are welcome. So that's happening the 18th at 10 o'clock with a rain date of the 20th. If anyone does want to come, that's awesome. It's actually, while we're doing it without snow, it's really pretty cool to go up in there. We're orange, though, so we don't get shot.
So that's on a Tuesday.
Yes. And then the only other thing that I had mentioned, which is interesting about the website, so this time of year is when I gear up and I start working with various challenged people and sometimes not challenged people. A lot don't have computers, so I drop off checklists, emergency ready kits so that they have what they need in case we have some issues. But also I wanted to say, to sign up on the website. So if you go to our homepage, I don't know if this is going to be the same, but if you go to the homepage, and on the bottom you'll see emergency management. If you click on that, I have the automatic template set up. You can sign up online. If that's a problem or you don't have a computer, you can call my cell at 978-360-4152. It's really important if you haven't signed up. This is when we have weather-related incidents, road closures, issues with town buildings being closed, transfer station, little problem with the tongue here. So it's really important that you stay tuned to what's going on. I would also say sign up for alerts. I don't know if the new site will do this, but it's easily done if you haven't signed up for alerts. It's the only way you're going to know what's going on in town. And I think, on my notes, that was all I had.
Do you want to just address the fact that FEMA has come out with their new,
Yes, the flood maps.
yes,
So we will, Conservation will be looking at them next week. I'm going to share them with ZBA tomorrow night. We always get anxious when this happens because many times they change the delineation. So all of a sudden, you didn't think you were in the floodplain, and now you are. And of course, when they're in a default budget, like we know about, that's how they get more money. They put you in the floodplain. So just be prepared. But yes, I'll share that. Do we have it online?
so they did change some of the
Yes,
that word, delineate.
delineation, yep.
So anybody that's in town that is located right now and that they know they're located in a flood zone, please feel free to reach out to Trish. Give her a chance, like she said,
Yes.
in a week, and then she'll be able to fill you in on any information. when you
Right.
tell her where you live and anything that might have changed for you.
Right. It's really important that you stay on top. If you live near any of our bodies of water, it's really important. It affects your insurance, so.
Because if they don't and something catastrophic happens, your insurance company might not pay.
That's right. I think that's it, yes?
ZBA?
ZBA's tomorrow night.
No,
Yes.
are we gonna do the price increase?
Oh, yes, so you should probably know, or maybe you have to approve even, at the last zoning meeting, which was, whenever it was, I forget, October 15th, I requested the ZBA to increase our escrow deposit amount because our legal costs for putting things in the paper have gone up considerably. What used to be like $163 is now $208, $233, and we were only asking for $250. The board approved $350, so I guess I need your blessings. I did put it on the website, hoping you'd go with it, and our application fee is still only $100, and then the escrow fee would be $350.
So I guess with that, a motion is in order to increase the escrow fee to $350 for the ZBA.
And the application fee?
And the
That's staying the same at 100.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll second that.
And for your discussion, the reason we do this is the applicant, so that it doesn't cost the town any money. Up until a couple of years ago, it cost the town money for applications. Certain fees we weren't incorporating necessarily. So now they do, well, they have for a while paid the public notice, but the abutter fees, if there's a legal notice fee, the mileage goes from here to the registry, all of those comes off of that $350. And if they're short, and Robin and I have an Excel spreadsheet we share to keep track of things, as well as the town administrator, when they're short, I have to send a letter to, if it's zoning, or Paula or Robin will send it to planning board, that they need to cut us a check for the difference. So if, we're never in the hole, in other words.
Right.
Hopefully.
So we're not chasing people.
Exactly.
Well, thank you for being on top of that.
Yep. I think that's it, right?
Thanks,
Thanks.
I don't think we need a motion to approve it, just, it's fine that they did that.
Okay. Perfect, thank you.
We should, during the budget, make sure all department heads, and for those department heads that we don't have department heads for, and we become the department head, take a look at every single fee that we have to pay and see if it's something that should be passed on to like, in this case, to somebody that is doing a project and the abutters and all that.
Oh, okay.
Right, so I don't want to make money off of it,
Yeah,
but
Shouldn't be losing it.
things like that should come from whoever's doing a project.
yep.
Consent agenda?
I move to approve the consent agenda as written.
Second.
Motion by Joe, seconded by Joe. All in favor? Aye. Aye, that would be unanimous. All right, so we did the consent agenda, action items, new and old business. So Veterans Day is coming up next week, which is Tuesday, November 11th. Town Hall and the transfer station will be closed. Trish, we're gonna ask you if you could get that sign down at the transfer station up and running for this weekend, so that people know that the transfer will not be open next Tuesday.
Okay,
We'd appreciate that.
sure.
Thank you, dear. Don't forget, the Newton Boat Ramp has closed as of yesterday, and it will not be open until after 12/2. And we ask all the veterans and anybody else that would like to come and join in with the celebration of Veterans Day. The Just Church, right across the street, will be holding a breakfast right next to the school for all veterans and those who would like to attend. And thank the veterans that are there and give homage to the ones that have given their lives for this country. We look forward to it and to be able to celebrate with them that day.
Do you know what time that is?
Breakfast will begin at 10 o'clock, and the celebration will be at 11 a.m.
All right, yeah, I was gonna say usually they started at 9, I thought, last year.
It's 10 o'clock.
All right, so 10 to 11. Very good, thank you, Joe. Was there anything else anybody else have?
Just have one thing, our annual tree lighting will be held on Sunday, November 30th at 5 p.m. at the Historical Society Schoolhouse Building on South Main Street. And Santa Claus will be there, and there'll be refreshments, and Santa Claus will be there to greet the kids.
I just have one thing.
Yep.
Just want to remind, I believe it's the 9th, could be the 8th annual Toys for Tots.
Oh, yeah.
It's at the fire station on December 13th. So, yep, December 13th from 11 to 2. Santa will be there, weather permitting. The pony rides will be there. We're hoping to have the Marine Corps come down again.
Nice.
Nice.
Chief, I have 10 to 2 on the email. Is that the one you sent me? Did they change the time? Is it 10?
Yeah, I have 11 to 2.
Okay.
That could have been what last year's was.
Well, no, you sent it. All right. Okay.
The hours were
Do
from.
you want to come up? Because it's from you, the email. Did they change it recently?
Yeah.
Oh, they changed it. Okay.
You can come and tell.
All right, and that'll be posted on the website.
It got changed.
Oh, it did. All right. You want me to know?
Chief, we'll get that posted on the website.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're gonna do it, right? Watch that back step right there.
Right.
It'll be on social media.
Yeah.
Anything else? Everybody's good?
Yes,
I need a motion to go into non-public, please.
I'll make a motion to go into non-public session, RSA-91A:3C for reputation.
Second?
By Joe, seconded by Joe, all in favor? Aye. The public session is ended, we will now go into non-public. Thank you.
Oh, I know, right?